So this is a story that I was not hoping to share with any of you, and I was hoping to forget. At the same time, it is a story about how I actually started training and how my Aikido came into place and everything. But in all honesty, the memories are still really painful. When I was about 16 years old, I got really badly beaten up. I got beaten up so badly that I ended up in hospital for about 2 weeks. This guy just took me out. I had no martial arts training before then and didn't really see a reason why I should train. And it really took me out in such a bad way that, I had fractured ribs and I got kicked in the head a couple of times and in the ribs and everything. And I wasn't really sure at that time. The doctors were kind of thinking if my eye will actually recover. There was a point where people were thinking if I will actually properly ever recover. This was really difficult times, because as you can imagine, sure, it is painful for the body, but it's also really painful for your ego as well. At the same time, I have to be grateful to this guy, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today talking to you guys. So at that time I decided that this will never happen again. I will never allow this to happen again, and I just started training. I started training physically and I started doing martial arts, and basically this is why I'm here today telling you this story. So again, it's not the nicest and most positive thing to say, but maybe it will set example that you could rise up again and just become even stronger and better. And then at the same time you can stand up for other people if you see anything like that happening. Yeah? If you see violence on the street, violence against women, you can be there and you can protect them. Yeah. So what I realized was that I just have to get stronger. I have to get faster, and I have to learn how to move and how to deflect and defend and strike back potentially. So the first thing that I did was training different punching and kicking but then I realized this might not be enough if I'm not powerful enough. So I started doing weights. So I started lifting weights and combining them with actually kicking and punching. So what I would do often would be just to do like a medium to heavy weights, and then in between the sets I would just have a punch back, and I would just be kicking and punching the punch back, and I would go again and do the heavy weights. So this gave me the strength and the ability to actually be really fast and powerful. So also when it came to deflection, so obviously I've seen some films and stuff like that, and sort of people sort of punching walls and stuff. So I would put like a bit of a newspapers around a tree in my garden, and I would just be punching that tree as well, so just to strengthen my knuckles, also doing push-ups on my knuckles. So just in case I would have to hit someone at some point, I'm not gonna just break my arm. So this was the progress for me. Yeah, I mean it was really tough training, and sort of doing 5 days a week, sometimes even more, because I had that focus of what the trauma gave me, right? So I had that focus. I needed to work out the energy from the trauma to something positive, because there is no point walking around and being depressed about what happened to you and not doing anything about it. You have to rise up. You have to just bring it on, right? You have to stand up to it. You have to stand up to your fear. So this video is about how to power up your Aikido, how to make it more useful and more efficient in a real scenario. Being trained in Aikido now, looking back, I would definitely not get into a situation like that. And if I was in one, I would finish it before it will start. So first thing, wouldn't really get that close. We'll sort of avoid that headbutt and also that right hook coming after that took me down on the floor. And then when I was on the floor, instead of just lying there, just like, not knowing what to do really, I would try to roll around, grab his leg or something, try to get him down. When it comes to the first initial takedown, I would avoid that punch and just really take him down with the Tenchinagi move, and just wouldn't be waiting there to just be punched and stuff like that. So yeah, it's horrible when you're lying on the floor and someone is kicking you in the head and punching in the ribs and stuff like that. If this was now, I would not just lie there like a bag of potatoes, but I would try to turn around, get back up, and try to grab one of his arms or one of his legs and just take him down at the same time. Just not waiting there, be punched really. It's great to know how to destroy someone, but it will never get you anywhere. You're missing out on the essential purpose of the whole martial art thing. It's not about destroying your opponent. It's about to know that you can destroy them, but about the option that you have not to destroy them. And that's what actually makes great martial artists. As every martial art, there's always a higher principle that is about preserving people rather than killing them. So I hope you all understand this and that this story was useful to you, as useful as it was to me. We'll see you next time.